All right, boys and girls, how are you? We are ready for Children's Liturgy of the Word. Thank you for watching us this Sunday. We miss you, but we're glad you're home, staying safe, and we can't wait for all of us to be together again. Let's start with our opening song, Come Into His Presence. You should know this one. Here we go. Come into his presence with thanksgiving in our hearts and give him praise and give him praise. Come into his presence with thanksgiving in our hearts, our voices raised, our voices raised. Give glory and honor and power unto him, Jesus, the name above all names. Sing it again. Come into his presence with thanksgiving in our hearts and give him praise and give him praise. Come into his presence with thanksgiving in our hearts, our voices raised, our voices raised. Give him glory, give glory and honor and power unto him, Jesus, the name above all names. Sing that last part for me, nice and soft. Jesus, the name above all names. All right, boys and girls, we're getting ready to listen to the gospel. Please remember to quiet your bodies, quiet your mouths, open up your ears and your heart to the word of the Lord. Please stand for the gospel.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. May the word of the Lord be on my mind, on my lips, and in my heart. As Jesus was telling what the kingdom of heaven would look like, he said, "Early one morning, a man went out to hire some workers for his vineyard. After he had agreed to pay them the usual amount for a day's work, he sent them off to his vineyard. About 9 a.m, the man saw other people standing in the market with nothing to do. He said he would pay them what was fair if they did work in his vineyard. So they did. At noon and again at 3 in the at noon and again about 3 in the afternoon, he returned to the market. And each time he made the same agreement with others who were loafing around doing nothing. Finally, about 5 in the afternoon, the man went and found some people standing there. He asked them, Why have you been standing here all day doing nothing?" "Because no one has hired us," they answered. Then he told them to go work in his vineyard. That evening, the owner of the vineyard told the man in charge of the workers to call them in and give them their money. He also told the man to begin with the ones who were hired last. When the workers arrived, the one who had been hired at 5 in the afternoon were given a full day's pay. The workers who were hired first thought they would be given more than the others. But when they were given the same, they began complaining to the owner of the vineyard. They said, the ones who were hired last only worked 1 hour, but you paid them the same you did us, and we worked in the hot sun all day long." The owner answered one of them, "Friend, I didn't cheat you. I paid you exactly what we agreed on. Take your money and go now. What business is it of yours if I want to pay them the same I paid you? Don't I have the right to do what I want with my own money? Why should you be jealous if I want to be generous?" Then Jesus said, "So it is. Everyone who is now first is last." The Gospel of the Lord.
All right, boys and girls. So what did you think about that story? It was a little hard to follow, maybe a little bit for some of you, right? We had a farmer. He was a farmer and he had grapevines. And he goes out early in the morning and he hires some people to come back to his place and help on the farm. And then he goes back a couple hours later, hires some more people to go work on his farm, and they go. And then he comes back towards the end of the day, hires more people, and goes to his farm. And then we heard how he paid everyone the same amount. He paid the person that worked only for an hour the same amount that he paid the person who he hired first thing in the morning. Now, what do you think about that? Have you ever thought that's not fair about something? Do you think the workers that were hired first thing in the morning thought that's not fair? How does it make you feel when things are not fair? How do you think they felt? I mean, they could feel upset or maybe cheated. The people at the end of the day, how do you think they felt? Could they have felt thankful and grateful? Did the people hired last need the same amount of money to live as those people that were hired first? Yeah, they did. So let's not think about fair. Let's think about justice. The farmer had enough money to be kind and generous and provide an equal pay for everyone. The person who was hired at the very end of the day, he deserves to be able to live and to have food. And the farmer was able to give that to him. You know, we think about fairness, and the word we're using today is justice. Who deserves God's justice? We all do. And our friends who are poor and needy, they deserve his justice too. We should be able to help them and provide for them. And if you can, we should be generous with our gifts to do so. So I want to bring you back to the story. It might not seem to be fair, but the farmer was trying to help. Now, who is the farmer in our lives? The farmer is God, right? And we are the people that he hires in the morning or in the middle of the day or at the end of the day. And he wants to make sure we have all we need, no matter when we come to him, no matter when we are hired. So it's important to understand that God is fair and he gives us exactly what we need. And he, like the farmer, recognizes what we need. So real quick, I want to go through something with you. Let's pretend you're going to be a cowboy, or let's pretend I'm going to be a cowgirl. What do I need? Let's see here. I have a hat. I could be a cowgirl with a hat, right? I need a hat. What if I want to go and build a snowman? What do I need to go build a snowman? Let's see. I need some gloves. If I'm going to go out, I'm going to need some gloves. These don't fit like they used to. All right, so we get some gloves on. If it's raining, what do I need? I need an umbrella. Chicago Bears. All right, so let's open up our umbrella. We need an umbrella. This will help me protect from the rain, right? If I was to be a painter and I wanted to paint, I would need brushes. I need all these things. But why? So let's start at the beginning. If I wanted to paint, how would I get the paint on the canvas? I need the brushes, right? They'd help me create my art. To stay dry from the rain, I need the umbrella. I need the gloves because I don't want my fingers to freeze as I'm building the snowman. So we need those. And then I need the hat. Cowboys and cowgirls wear hats because they want to protect their head from the sun. You know, gives them shade around here and keeps their head cool. So these are everything we need when we want to do certain things, right? So what do I need when I'm hungry? Really, really hungry. I need food. And so we are fortunate enough that we're able to get all this stuff when we need it, but some of our friends aren't. Some of our friends need more food and shelter more than we do. So it's important to remember that God will always provide. He knows what we need and he will be generous with his gifts. But you too need to be generous. We want to make sure we're giving to our family, helping, supporting. We want to make sure we're giving and helping and supporting our community and those who also need justice and our generosity. And it's not about fair and unfair. Everyone should be able to belong to God's family, as much as those who have known him his whole life to those who are just getting to know him now. All right, so I want you to go out and think about how you could be fair or you could be generous and you could help everyone have justice. All right, go out and have a good time. It is so good being with you. Stay tuned because we're going to sing our song. All right, boys and girls, so this is a song you know and you love it, so I hope you're standing up ready to sing with me. All right, it's Follow the Way of Love. Here we go. Oh, like this. Put your hands like this. Here we go. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. It is not proud, it is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered, keeps no record of wrong. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in the truth. What does it do? It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. Let me see ya. It is not proud, it is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered, keeps no record of wrong. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in the truth. Let me hear ya. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love is patient, love is kind. Let's follow the way. Follow the way of love. Follow the way of love. Sing it again. Follow the way of love. Follow the way of love. Last time. Follow the way of love. Follow the way of love. Oh, boys and girls, thank you for singing with me. It is so glad to be back. Come back and join us next week. See ya.